just don't settle or get hurt when it's not happening right now, because it's not time yet, you know, and it'll come around. So taking it one day at a time and really making sure your head and mentals are good, and you're being a good person. Cool. My name is Miguel Crandell. You could call me MIGGS. I'm a dancer, creative director, recording artist, choreographer, instructor. I like to dip my hand in every cookie jar, you know. I really strive to make an impact for my dance community and the younger generation of talent that's coming up in this world. I've been most recently this past year just graduating, you know, that was my big focus, but at the same time trying to find that balance of, okay, I know that the next 4 years of my life, I'm really gonna be traveling and really focusing in on my dancing. And so what I was doing throughout this whole year is dancing 16-hour days, you know, sometimes 1 a.m., 2 a.m. the next day, getting on a flight that Friday, going and dancing for Hollywood Vibe convention. That's like 3 days of you know, thousands of kids where I'm assisting classes and, you know, meeting new people, learning choreography from some of LA's biggest and finest people that, you know, put J-Lo on stage. And that can be a lot for like some of my age, but ever since I was 14, I've been doing this continuously. So I think this year, just getting in the habit of touring around, playing a show, waking up, going to school the next day, you know, taking off again, coming back. It's been crazy, but been blessed for sure. I don't know if you know this album, but it's a Chris Brown exclusive. You know that one? It's when he dropped With You, and what else was on the album? Forever, you know, like back in the day. And I remember getting a CD, going to Best Buy with my dad, getting a CD. It had 2 discs in there. It had the regular with all the tracks, and then it had the tour video, which I popped in the DVD player, and I was like, whoa, these dancers are touring around with the greatest artists. He's up there, he's singing, he's doing some of the, like, something people have never seen before. So I try to mimic it, you know, try to mimic all the moves. By the time I was hitting 6th grade, I auditioned for Denver School of the Arts, and Denver School of the Arts is really based on like technique and ballet, modern, you know, flamenco styles that aren't as pop culture or trendy. And that's really where I established my foundation. Then I began taking classes and training with EVQ Dance Studio, and that's really been my home for the past 4 years, and my team, people that I could come to every day and like support me. And you know, we've been blessed now to be able to go to competitions, you know, with choreography that's done by teachers from Denver like myself, Gina Medina, you know, Denver Shantz, people who make an impact out here, and we don't really have to rely on like people outside of the scene to come here, you know. I'm touring with Top Flight Empire. I don't know if you've heard of them, Hypnotic and King Tef, really 2 mentors in my life that took me off the streets and took me on tour. You know, one night I'm playing the Rock Sheet opening for Baby Bash, and then 3 weeks later we're opening for A Boogie at the Ogden. So that's when I was like, dang, all right, I want to do this. Yeah, that's also a crazy list too. I think the one that always sticks out to me is opening for Ice Cube with A-Meezy at the Fillmore. That night was wild. Let me tell you, like that was and I'm 16 maybe, 15 turning 16 at that time. That's a big stage, that's a big venue, you know, that's a lot of people with, you know, Ice Cube was very humble, meeting him, you know, and that experience was cool. But aside from that, like, my passion for entertaining really came out. So that show for sure. I most recently headlined the Marquee Theater in September, and that almost sold it out. We were like 50 tickets away from selling it out, and that was really cool. Oh, Top Flight Empire, we did a baseball stadium in Colorado Springs. I want to say it ended up being like 8,000, like by the end of the night, but it was Fat Joe, Nelly, Black Pegasus, and Top Flight. It was crazy.
And you've been a part of even a commercial or 2.
Yeah, that happened this year. Crocs, shout out Crocs. I wish I was wearing my Crocs. I should have, but that opportunity came across unexpectedly, but I was very blessed when it all went down, and I was on set from like 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. that day. And they had a big warehouse. There's different color walls everywhere, and they would just repaint them every time the color changed to the croc. I had the pink croc. It was tight, and but yeah, I'm excited to see if more of those come around in the future. You know? And I was teaching before I started taking class. That back in 7th, going into 8th grade, I was teaching at Montclair Rec Center, Eisenhower Rec Center, and Cook Park Rec Center for the My Denver program. And that's like a free after school program where kids from different elementary schools come to the rec and they could take a free hip hop class if they wanted. I had no idea what I was doing. I'm just teaching what I think looks good, you know, with the videos. Fast forward to now, teaching adults and really like setting choreography for 40 plus dancers and productions, and you know, that over time it built like a teacher in me. You know, I have an influence. If I can influence a person, that means I'm teaching them something, you know, and hopefully it's good. I'm moving out to California August 15th. That's the date for anyone wondering. A lot of people have been asking. Moving out to LA, downtown, to go to Hushin College, which is located on Los Angeles Center Studios movie lot, where some of the biggest movies have been filmed, you know, or maybe like scenes in your favorite movies have most likely been shot there. So it's on set, active every day. I'll be studying as a commercial dance major and creative content design major, to really boost the choreographer in me, the dancing on stage, entertainer aspect, and hopefully really get into my music. And you know, I feel like being out there is gonna inspire a lot of new ideas. So I'm excited for the future. I don't want to say there's anything to look out yet, because it happens every day. You never know. And that's my advice to a lot of artists out here, is not to just don't settle or get hurt when it's not happening right now, because it's not time yet, you know, and it'll come around. So taking it one day at a time and really making sure your head and mentals look good, and you're being a good person.